let's go into the other ribbons that are available on the top. So you've got your home ribbon, and this ribbon functionality is actually common across all the Microsoft applications, specifically text related applications, in which everything related to your formatting, your shapes, your color, everything is in the home ribbon. Okay, so your insert ribbon will have these extra features of smart ads. Okay, if you want to add a smart graphic, let's say you want to put hexagons, right? You want to keep let's say text basis squares, right? All of these are available on the insert. And I don't necessarily want you to remember this, but at the end of the lecture, what should happen is, if I ask you where are the smart apps, it should click on you. That you don't really have to know it has to be in the illustration pane or the add-in pane. That's not really necessary. What's more necessary is that you should know that okay, these functionalities are there in insert functionality, and most likely you will start remembering this at later stage when you start working on those projects where these files are. So you don't really have to necessarily remember this, but just remember that anything extra, in terms of shapes, all are available on the insert functionality. Okay, the draw functionality is more or less not useful unless you are seriously right in the presentation. Can be useful if you're writing equations. Okay, we'll come back to how do you write equation with your handwriting, with your pen tablet at a later stage of the course. But at now, just remember that if you have connected a pen tablet, then you can use the draw functionality. Okay, and that is where your settings are. Design functionality is the general format of designs. Okay, I mean, you can just select a design, which I would highly encourage you not to use it, because it just puts a theme to the all the slides, and it's more or less, I don't even like the designs which are presented out here, but more or less it is here, right? But what is an important functionality available out here is this slide size. Okay, sometimes when you're uploading it to certain website which requires you to have content on a certain specific size, this is where you can change it from a 4:3 to 6:9. Mostly when we are giving presentations physically or virtually, 16:9 will work most of the times. You can also have your custom slide size, which again will rarely come in, because mostly you will either use a square or a rectangle orientation, right? Now, there is also, you might ask, what is this design ideas? We'll come back to that later. Don't worry too much about that, but that's an important functionality. Later on, you will realize that how handy it can come when you are stuck up with some, time crunching, when you're working on a timeline, right? Then, of course, you have your transitions. Now, transitions are nothing but how does your slide when in a slideshow transition from one slide to the other. For example, if I put a transition of a split here, right? And if we go to a slideshow, and let me just show you, this is what is called a transition, right? How does the text appear when going from one slide to the other? Okay, again, has to be used in the context of whom you're presenting it to. Now, animations are related to specific items in your presentation. So, for example, you've got these boxes. Now, you want a specific animation to happen with your text. Let's say I have written here Alan, right? This is my name. And if I select it specifically for my name, I can do that. I can even order them, that, okay, this is your 1 and 2. Again, we will come back to this at a later stage. The purpose of this lecture is just to show you what is there in each of these ribbons.